Hello and welcome to what will for the time being be the last of my Massive Darkness videos. There might be some more forthcoming as extra stuff comes out and as I actually get to play the game more. But first of all I'm going to have a very quick look at the plastic token sets. Now I quite like the wind tokens, I like the various other markers. Now there has been some criticisms in particular of these particular tokens here, with some people saying the cardboard tokens are slightly nicer. So yeah, I think this is a nice set of tokens, but maybe not as good as the ones that we actually got with Zombicide. So this is something I think you don't have to get. The cardboard tokens that come with the base game are probably good enough, but you know, with a little bit of maybe some paint on this to make it match the cardboard tokens, then yeah, maybe this is a worthwhile purchase if you're prepared to do a little bit of extra work just to pimp the tokens a little bit more. Anyway, the main purpose of this video is not the tokens. Instead, it's to talk about hero and monster sets. Now, I've actually got pretty much all of the ones I believe that were available. So we're going to have a quick look at these and yeah, we're going to have some fun opening up and tackling, you know, good old sellotape. Anyway, to the box. Well, having teased you with Noble Warriors versus the Cockatrice, I'm actually not going to open that box first. I'm actually going to open Lord Tusk, because he's the figure I think I'm going to be least impressed with. So, anyway, 3 heroes, 1 roaming monster, an artifact card, and a class sheet pad. So, that's pretty much the standard for most of the boxes. So you're going to get 3 extra heroes, a new roaming monster, an extra artifact, and of course a new character sheet, which is great. Now you can also print out your own character sheets as well, which you can then laminate, and that's something that I'm thinking of doing. Of course, if you've got a big pad, maybe just tear off the top sheet and laminate that. So, you know, take your choice. Right, anyway, enough waffle, box opening. Right, so I got the box open. So we got a sorcerer pad here, and for some reason it seems to be a little bit stuck there. Then we've got some nice bits, including this sorcerer's ring artifact that's rather nice, and of course your character sheets. Anyway, the minis are what most people are excited by, so let's chuck that back in there, get this out, check for sellotape, and have a look at the minis. I've managed to deal with the 3 bits of sellotape that were lurking there. So yeah, we've got this, I don't know, is it going to show up better against the white there? Yeah, so we've got this rather nice figure here. Very, very nice. Very slight build on this one. Almost feminine, but looks like it's an elf. I probably should open up the character pack to work out which hero this is. Then the next one is this rather wonderful wizard waving his arms around like he's in the middle of casting a spell. He's got a little bit of a skull thing going on there, so a little bit necromantic. Yeah, that would work really, really well as a necromancer in Zombicide. Now, this figure unfortunately does have a rather horrible mould line running down that edge, but you should be able to clean it up, and it's a lovely sort of assassin figure slash thief. Really, really like that. That's a lovely mini. Just going to need a little bit of cleanup. And then, of course, the ginormous Lord Tusk himself, who... the reason I guess I don't like him is these weapons are comically oversized. I mean, the mini himself, he's not bad, but these just seem a little bit over the top. I mean, if this big one was actually this size, I'd probably be happier. I think that's what I don't like about it. This is just ridiculous. Now, if he was actually holding it as a two-handed weapon, maybe, yeah, fair enough. But the fact he's got both is just, to me, it's just a little bit too much, a little bit too OTT, a little bit too comical. But having said that, the actual main mini is great. Now, if obviously was made of money, I'd be tempted to buy a second one of these and chop off the weapon and replace it maybe with something a little bit more sensible. But yeah, I'm not made of that much money. So yeah, that's a really nice figure, and as you can see, compared to our little figurine, it's a pretty impressive size. So yeah, not a bad little box. So yeah, liking that. So you don't get annoyed, Sarah. So yes, a lady, although with her breastplate on, as I say, looks more to me little bit more masculine. But yeah, I mean, it did have a hint of femininity about it. So glad to see we've got some more female adventurers. Then of course we've got Ajax, who's our dark magic user. And then finally Silence. So yes, Mr. Silence here, our little assassin-y character. And then you've got 2 cards for Lord Tusk, so a lesser and a greater Roman monster variant. So yeah, good stuff. Nice little box. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that quick peek at this lot, so going to put it all away and move on to the next one. Right, for our next box opening then, we're going to be looking at the Blood Moon Assassins versus the Elephant. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Particularly like this figure here, which does remind me of Cool Mini or Not's other game. Is it Kings of War or War of Kings, is it? Anyway, their war game that they've got, I could see some figures from that crossing over into Massive Darkness and Zombicide and vice versa. Anyway, let's deal with the dreaded sellotape. Well, after fighting with the box lid, I finally got into it. So we've got, obviously, our Blood Moon Assassins, our cards, our 3 adventurers, and our giant elephant. Starting off here, we have Valerie, who, yeah, she's really nice sculpt. She looks fairly sensibly attired, a little bit of a hint of bare flesh there for her thighs, but yeah, by a lot of fantasy female figures, fairly reasonably clothed. Then we have another lady, Victoria. Now let me make sure I pick up the right figure. Yes, here she is. So Victoria. She is well dressed. It's got a nice little kind of face mask on, nice long sword, kind of striding forward, purpose, with purpose. Yeah, I like her. She's apparently meant to be a warrior priest, and Valerie is actually an assassin. Then we have Sylvan, who is a ranger, and he's got these rather nice dual-wielding swords here, plus a bow on his back, and yeah, I like him. He's a nice little figure, and yeah, he's got the pointy ears that you expect of elves, so very, very good job on these 3. Really like this. So far, probably my favourite adventurers would be those 3. Now the elephant, I wasn't 100% sure about, but I thought, yeah, it looks pretty good. I think the oversized arms are maybe my biggest issue with it, but the face and this kind of demonic clawed trunk with a beaky mouth, and I mean, it's just great. Really, really nice figure, this. Much better than Lord Tusk for me personally. I really like this figure. As I say, I'd maybe make the hands just a teeny bit smaller, but yeah, pretty impressive. And join wise, I mean, the join of the head is reasonably well disguised. The join at the waist is pretty good as well, and then the lovely little detail on these ribbons, which you might just about see. And then I love this kind of skull belt. Really, really nice. Not too bad on the mould lines, so another centerpiece figure for people who like painting. Now the artifact, which you might not have seen, is the assassin's cloak. So yeah, nice thematic fit. So yeah, do like that. That's a nice box. Well, I teased it right at the start of the video, so let's get open Noble Warriors versus the Cockatrice. Now, I got a feeling the Cockatrice is actually going to be my favourite mini out of all of these boxes. So coming up after this will be the Cyclops, who I think could also be quite a nice figure. So anyway, let's get this open and have a look at our characters. And we've got our first typical fantasy female wearing a bikini, well-known armour to protect you from things. Anyway, into the box. Okay, so we've got a Noble Warrior in this box set, And our little artifact is a Noble's Standard. Obviously we have the cockatrice with his 2 cards. And then this box set has 2 ladies. So we've got Zoe, the kind of halfling, I'm guessing she is. And she's a lovely little mini. I like her quite a lot. There is a hint of the sort of bikini armour going on there for her upper half. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Then we have Azrael, which I'm guessing is an elf. He is apparently our noble warrior, and yeah, that's a nice figure and very, very Rackham, I have to say, that style, in my opinion. So like that. And then we get to Mila, who is possibly the controversial figure of the set. I think she's a great figure, really, really nice. But yeah, she's basically wearing a bikini and a fur coat and a very wonky sword that's definitely going to need some hot water treatment. And she's a shadow barbarian, so yeah, lovely figure. It's going to paint up really well, but unfortunately it does reinforce the sort of fantasy sex stereotype of women wear less clothes to be better protected. Anyway, we then got the lovely cockatrice, which is a very, very nice mini. Gives me that Witcher vibe. The only slight downside is the join on the tail is going to need a little bit of love. I'm not sure about this sort of shark fin thing they've added. I think that could have been left off personally, but apart from that, really, really like this. It's great. It's sort of running forward, screeching, with this nice sweepy wings. Really, really nice job on that. There's a join on the leg and a join on the jaw there, and obviously the join on the arms, but the only real join that I think you need to worry about is this join on the tail here. So again, if you're painting, a little bit of green stuff or filler of some description. Mould lines wise, not too bad actually. That looks pretty good. In fact, most of the figures in this set seem to be pretty good for mould lines. So yeah, I like that a lot. Really, really nice, simple mini. But yeah, works great, and I got a horrible feeling this might be quite unpleasant to run into. Anyway, we've got 1 box left. Okay, so our last box for the Heroes and Monster set collection is the Warrior Priest versus the Spear Maiden Cyclops. So looks like we've definitely got a lady in amongst this, and of course the Cyclops itself is also a lady. So let's get in and have a look what the minis and cards look like. This box adds the Warrior Priest and includes a Priest's Reliquary. So nice little addition to the game there. And I'm going to start off with the lady hero, so Moira, or Moria, almost. A nice little play on the words there. And she's an okay sculpt. Again, painted up she might look a bit better, but to me she's one of the weaker hero sculpts that I've seen. So yeah, not bad, just doesn't blow me away. However, I do quite like Ostara, is it? Ostara, so nice, again, pose with little kite shield and long sword. Not sure whether it's meant to be a thin elf or a female character. It's not 100% clear, but apparently they are a paladin. Obviously, Moira being a sorcerer, and then our warrior priest Malleus, who is the most impressive hero in this box for me. His mace could do with a little bit of a tidy up. There's a little bit of flashing left there from the mould, and then he's got this little incense kind of mace flail thing going on. So yeah, that's a really nice pose. Definitely gives you that warrior priest vibe. I like him as, yeah, he's good. Then we get to the absolutely monstrous Cyclops character, who is rather large, and might need a little bit of hot water on the spear because it's a little bit bendy. Nice facial expression, clenching their buttocks, and yeah, it's an interesting take on the Cyclops figure. And in case you're wondering how big it is, it's big. I mean, look at that. I mean, the spear would not be healthy for you. So yeah, there you go. Really, really big figure. Very impressive. This is sort of what I was expecting the elementals to be from the enemy boxes, 4 figures of this sort of scale. But yeah, that's a really great dynamic pose, but a little bit of hot water just to bend this spear a bit straighter, I think, because I got a feeling it's meant to be more sort of like that. But yeah, really nice box. It's a bit of a toss-up, really. I think I was correct. The Cockatrice, I think, is the set I like the most. Then probably the Cyclops, then the Elephant, and then Lord Tusk, a distant fourth. So I think the first 3 are very, very closely tied because of the mix of nice hero and nice monster. But yeah, I think all of these are good. As I say, just a little bit disappointed with the Lord Tusk and his comedy-sized weapons. But yeah, great addition to the game. 4 extra hero sheets, 4 extra relics, 12 extra heroes and 4 extra wandering monsters, just to bring some variety to the game, and of course more challenges. Anyway, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that run through of all the stuff I received from the Kickstarter. Going to be interesting to see what other stuff might come out. I am aware of some crossover stuff for Green Horde to bring stuff from this game into Green Horde and vice versa. So really looking forward to seeing what's going to be coming out for Massive Darkness and Zombicide going forward. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the look of the boxes. So you have Lord Tusk, the Elephant, the lovely Cockatrice, and of course the set we've ended on, which is the Cyclops.